Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why you're popping the door open like that?
I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, absolutely there's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. Two things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights. And it's not raining. It's not raining.
This is inclement.
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
27, 35. I'm fucking with the driver. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No.
Step out of the vehicle.
Right there. Right there, guys. When he closed that door, that's when he messed up. This is when he messed up. When he closed that door. He was all right until he closed that door. I'm gonna just watch it again.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No.
Step out of the vehicle.
He asked him to step out of the vehicle. No. He closed the door. That right there, he shouldn't have did this, guys.
25 seconds. For 9-4, the driver just slammed the door and locked it. Yep. 25 seconds. If anybody responded to come in from Commonwealth, block the vehicle, please.
The reason why he shouldn't have did that is because the cops don't know what he got in the car, if he got a gun, or if he gonna take off. When he did that, he messed up.
Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. My camera's on, too. I've already told you. Okay. Okay. Right now, you're under arrest for resisting. You understand? You're under arrest for resisting. The longer you take us on, the worse it's going to be. Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. Okay.
Youngsters, when you get pulled over by the police, you have to make it as friendly as possible, bro. You can't get irritated. You can't get aggravated. Even if you think they are wrong. Even if you think they are wrong. You cannot get aggravated. You cannot show aggression. You cannot resist. You can't do it, bro. You can't do it.
Sir, this is the last warning to open the vehicle and exit before we're going to break the window. Open the door and exit or we are going to break the window. Open the door and exit or we are going to break the window.
Well, we're conducting a traffic stop right now. You need to...
No, he's under arrest. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
He should have just opened the door, bro. He should have just opened the door. He should have just opened the door.
Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
Can you unlock the door and step out? I will. Can you step out? You're being done. There's a traffic stop being conducted. You're required to comply.
Vehicle's locked in.
Yes.
He's locked it up. Put the window down.
Correct.
I try to talk to
Okay. So what did he ask for when he I guess, still
And then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law
Yeah,
up?
when you step out of the car, I will.
Hey.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Behavior, Bender. If bro was not actually violating the seatbelt or headlight laws, the validation of the stop could be challenged later in court, but not in the moment. Right. It's going to only get ugly.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle.
When the cop hit him, okay, the cop punched him in the face, bro. Right there, the cop messed up. That cop hit him in the face. Right there, the cop is in violation. That cop was not supposed to hit him in the face. Now it just switched. Now the cop is acting out of emotion. That cop was not supposed to punch him, bro. He was not supposed to punch him.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle.
When that cop punched him, lawsuit. Got him. That cop, yes, that cop assaulted him soon as he punched him. That cop got emotional. Right? When that cop hit him, that changed the whole scenario, guys. The cop punched him. That cop punched him. But youngsters, I'm going to tell y'all this, bro. If you get pulled over by the cops, don't get in your emotions. Let them do their job and fight them in court. Like Behavior Bender said. But if you're a police officer, if you want to be a cop, you cannot, even though he was wrong, where the cop messed up at is when he punched him. When he punched him, that's when he messed up.
Show me your hands. Here.
What is your reason, sir? What is your reason? Step out now.
Now they're assaulting him. Bro, this shit is crazy. That boy got a lawsuit. Bro. And then you got a black cop right there hitting him too, bro.
Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. What's wrong with you?
What you mean? I was putting my hands behind my back. I was going
Calm down, man. Ain't no talking.
What's going on, man?
You're under arrest. That's what's going on.
Yes, bro. Yes.
That's a lawful reason, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it off of you, bro.
And I'm just trying to have a regular conversation with y'all, bro.
That's not how it works.
When they asked me to step out of the vehicle, you should have done that. So your partner didn't even ask.
Marijuana in his right pocket.
Yes, it is. So why close the door if you see him pull up? Because, man, what you mean? He talking about arresting me and stuff, but I didn't do
There's no
that.
resisting, idiot.
Did y'all see that? Did y'all hear that? He had marijuana in his pocket, guys. Not only did he not comply, he was dirty.
I didn't do nothing wrong. Can you back me up to the car so I can clean up? You just back me up to the car.
You started rescue 1067, approximately 30-year-old problem on last race. I did. No. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
good?
Yeah, you or him?
Okay. What's your reason,
Dang, bro. I gotta watch this again.
Echo Charlie Whiskey on a silver Kia. I know how it goes.
He got a case regardless because a cop's supposed to be mature enough because they are the person in power. The cops are supposed to be mature enough to handle this type of situation. So he got a lawsuit. Even though he resisted, that cop had no reason punching him in the face and they jumped him when he got out of the car. He got a lawsuit.
And now we know he had drugs in his pocket. So not only did he resist arrest, he also had drugs in his pocket.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why you're popping the door open like that?
I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. Two things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights. And it's not raining. It's not raining.
This is inclement.
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
When the cop asks you for show your license and insurance, you do it. Even though they pull you over, why you pulling me over, bro? Even if you think they pulling you over for no reason, you gotta cooperate. You gotta cooperate, right? So when they ask for license and insurance, you give it to them.
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
Say something. I'm 35. I'm parked with the driver. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No.
Step out.
You give it to them, and then you still say, I need to talk to your supervisor. I feel uncomfortable with you. Call your supervisor. You don't close the door. As soon as you close the door, that's resisting arrest. You are now have committed a crime. You are now under arrest.
25 seconds. For not for the 9-4, the driver just slammed the door and locked it.
Call your supervisor.
Yep.
What's the reason for pulling me over?
If anybody responded, coming from Commonwealth, block the vehicle, please. Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. My camera's on too.
And if you get caught in this situation and your windows are tinted, you better have your hands up at all times, bro. Because guess what? That guy, that youngster, he put himself in a bad position because if he got his hands down and he get to moving, that cop could have pulled the gun and started shooting. But if you ever do that, you better make sure your hands up.
I've already told you. Okay. Okay. Right now you're under arrest for resisting. You understand? You're under arrest for resisting. The longer you take us on, the worse it's going to be. Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. Okay. Sir, this is your last warning to open the vehicle and exit before we're going to break the window.
When they tell you that, catch your snap and just go and open up the door, because either way it go, you're going to jail anyway. Go on, open up the door, put your hands behind your back, and go and go to jail. Evading arrest, well, it depends on how they would have put charged him with a felony. Because if you're evading in a vehicle, it's a felony. If you're doing it on feet, it's a misdemeanor. So let's keep going. He should have got out of the car, guys, but he didn't.
Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window. Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window.
Well, we're conducting a traffic stop right now. You need to.
No, he's under arrest.
Hey, I'll have a car on the footstep.
Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
Can you unlock the door and step out? I will. Can you step out? You're being done. If there's a traffic stop, you conducted your required compliance.
Vehicle's locked it up.
Yes.
He's locked it up. Put the window down. I was trying to talk to
Okay. So what did he ask for when he I guess, talked to you?
When he pulled me over, he walked up, opened my door, threw my window over, right? And then I said, so what I did wrong? He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, there's multiple people headlights off.
Okay, that's so
And then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're so required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law
Yeah,
up?
when you step out of the car, I will.
Hey.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle! Show me your hands.
Now that cop shouldn't have punched him. If you're a police officer and you're watching this live, you got to hold your emotion. That's where your police training supposed to kick in. So all y'all that's watching, the police training is supposed to kick in right here. He was not supposed to punch that guy in the face, bro. The cop is not trained properly. He's not. He let his emotions take over. This is really a minor situation with the youngster. Yeah, the youngster should have got out the car. He didn't. It happens. That's what's going to happen. This is really a minor situation to that cop. He's supposed to be more advanced and trained in handling this type of situation. Here.
Investigation 33 at 16.1 hours.
What is your reason, sir?
Step out.
What is your reason? Step out now. All right.
I see that other punch. I think that is a different cop that punched him. Punched him in the face and threw him to the ground.
Hands behind your back.
At this point, guys, they're kicking him. They're kicking him at this point. Then look, it's a black cop right there. They were kicking him, bro. Crazy work.
What's wrong with you?
What you mean? I was putting my hands behind my back. I was going
Ain't no talking now, man. Ain't no talking. You're under arrest. That's what's going on. Yes, bro. Yes.
At that point, you know what they were doing? They were teasing him. Y'all heard those cops, bro? They were teasing him at that point. They were being sarcastic.
It's crazy work, guys. That's crazy work. Now, this video, I just broke down how you handle and you get in this type of situation. Don't ever get in your emotions, guys. Don't ever get in your emotions. Okay, now I'm going to go back over here. That's crazy word. You have to look at that video and say, this does not reflect our training, our policies, or our values. And you need to terminate that officer immediately. Immediately. Because as Attorney Daniels and I deliberated over this matter, if you don't terminate this officer and you condone this type of police excessive force, then it sends a message to all of the other police officers on the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office team. It tells them it is okay for you to treat citizens like this. It is okay to treat black motorists like this. In America, it is not okay. It is not okay to treat our citizens like this. I know you're going to hear from his mother and father before you hear from William, but Attorney Daniels and I were astonished to hear his father, Alton Solomon, say, when I was 22 years old, the Sheriff's Department did a similar thing to me. They put me face down on the ground at gunpoint. And it wasn't right then, Mr. Solomon, and it wasn't right when they did it to William. It's never right to treat citizens like this. America, we're better than this. We're at a crossroads. We are a democracy. We believe in the Constitution. We are not a police state where the police can do anything they want to citizens without any accountability. We have to hold everybody accountable. That is what makes America the great beacon of hope and justice for the rest of the world tomorrow. Thank you, Attorney Daniels. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Real quick, just remind that this is it's a culture of the Jacksonville Sheriff Office. I've represented several people down here, names such as Jamie Johnson, LaKen Wood, so y'all remember was vicious beaten by the Jacksonville Sheriff Office. And you know, the common denominator, Jamie Johnson, they stopped him for a seatbelt violation. LaKen Woods, they stopped him for a seatbelt violation. And they tried to say they stopped Mr. McNeil for a seatbelt violation, but the video showed he had his seatbelt on. Listen, the next person gonna bring up Attorney Gregston, Attorney Keith real quickly to say some words. We're gonna bring in Dr. Davis, the president of Livingston College. Hold on real quick.
Attorney Gerald Griggs, Gerald Griggs, and I am a civil rights attorney in Atlanta. And when I saw the video of what happened to Mr. McNeil, I was aghast. It was horrific for somebody who was simply exercising their Fourth Amendment rights to ask for a supervisor as to why he was being pulled over, and to see the video on multiple angles of him not resisting, his hands up, and for him to be punched in his face after breaking the glass, ripped out onto the floor or to the ground, and then beaten is atrocious anywhere in America. But Florida has a police brutality problem. It's had a police brutality problem for a long time. And so as a native of the state of Georgia, whose mother is from Jacksonville, I know far too well of the brutality here in Jacksonville. And so what we are calling for is justice. This is not a war on police.
That's right.
This is about justice and accountability for everyone.
Amen.
So to the sheriff, if you're truly about law and order, you need to turn the law and order on that officer that brutalized Mr. McNeil. Because let's be clear, in this country, nobody's above the law. Nobody can violate the Constitution and not have consequences. And so it's incumbent upon everyone to understand that this could have been us. This could have been me. This could have been you. But for William's calm nature, his ability to de-escalate, his ability to remain calm. So I was talking in the back and somebody reminded me of some of the heroes
Right. So unfortunately, that live feed from Jackson.
Daniels, Mr. Crump, Mr. Gregg, Mr. Covington. I'm out of Greensboro, North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. And we flew in because this case is important. It represents everything we stand for. I've stood toe-to-toe with Mr. Daniels and Mr. Crump in these matters, and we just don't want them to be any more matters like this. We won't change. And I think that the most important part about this is at this stage, I think we've had a lot of conversations about Mr. McNeil and how he responded. But the question is now is how is Jacksonville, Florida going to respond? That's the question. I mean, as we look and we see our youth and we try to give an understanding of what to do in these encounters, what happens when we do all the right things and it still turns out wrong? What happens next? How do we turn the page? How do we make it to where you don't have to fly all these people in to fight for something that should have never happened in the first place? And so I would like to say a couple things. I would like to say, first, I'm honored to be here, and we are here to fight for you, and we're going to fight, and we're going to stay as long as it takes. We'll fly it every time we need to. I'll come back. We'll come back. But we want accountability, and we want it at all levels. And we don't want this to be a situation that's swept beneath the rug, because if not, it's going to happen to somebody else. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I think that was the supervisor that came over there to the passenger side. I think that was the supervisor that talked to him before they actually knocked that window out, because that's the guy who gave them the authority to do what you got to do. I think that was the supervisor.
And that happened on the video. He was a very measured young man, and he was trained at a historically black college and university of Livingston College in North Carolina, and it exemplified the best that our children are. You know, when you think about this moment, this truly is what he exhibited was a 21st century Rosa Parks moment, where an African American had the audacity to say, I deserve equal justice under the law. I deserve to be treated like a human being with all the respect that a human being is entitled to. And
Okay, I didn't catch that part. I got to go back and look over it. But I thought he was the supervisor.
And I guess as Attorney Daniels told me, no, we know what the narrative would have been, because he said they didn't know he was filming, so they wrote these reports that were completely contradicted by the video. And so, God knows you're going to hear from his mother and father in a minute. I can't think of what black mothers must feel when they watch that video. It's hard if you're not a black mother to fathom how much you have to pray every time your child leaves the house that they don't become the next hashtag. Well, he's a hashtag, and thank God he's here, because he represents the best of us. Livingston College, HBCUs around America can be proud of William McNeil Jr. Yeah. And President Anthony Davis, the president of Livingston College, who, like Attorney Daniels and I, are a great Omega man. Did not think it robbery to come and stand with his student to let them know that all the HBCU family stands with them. So we're going to hear from this great leader, President Anthony Davis.
The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but we have miles to go before we sleep, and miles to go before we sleep, and miles to go.